And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. So, 2 videos today, yes, as the fallout continues from the weekend. I'm absolutely buzzing still, top of the league, and just can't wait for the next game. A shame we have to wait another week, but we are going to get to that point very, very soon where we'll literally be playing twice a week again, with obviously European football returning, and we can really just get in the true spirits. I think this is our last week where we've got no midweek football, but I promise you guys I'll try and keep you up to date with everything in the Rangers camp, and as they bring everything with regards to this football club at this moment in time. And in today's video, as guys, rather than going through more of the kind of meltdowns and kind of the other stuff, I'm going to go through some other stuff in terms of the actual fallout, in terms of actually pundits coming out and praising us and speaking of the weekend and those kind of things, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. But let's start with a bit of a fun one, if you like, and that is that a supercomputer powered by OLBG has predicted how the 2023-2024 Premiership season will finish. Yes, the remaining fixtures for the campaign have been simulated, with the supercomputer projecting results from earlier in the season to enable it to make its conclusions. And after a dramatic weekend of Scottish football action in the top flight, it's now Rangers who are backed to win the league. Yes, the supercomputer predicts that Philippe Clement will lead the Ibrox club to their 56th league title, with Celtic now forecasted to finish second. This, of course, follows on from the results, and this is what it said. An OLBG spokesman said, "It seems to be more joy for the Blue Half of Glasgow this season, as our latest supercomputer has revealed Rangers will beat Celtic to the title. Meanwhile, there could be trouble ahead for Livingston and Ross County, while Aberdeen will miss out on the top 6 finish despite the help of experienced manager Neil Warnock. This is the final predicted Premiership table in full from the supercomputer. Rangers first, Celtic second, Hearts third, Kilmarnock 4th, St Mirren 5th, Dundee 6th, Aberdeen 7th, Hibernian 8th, Motherwell 9th, St Johnstone 10th, Livingston 11th, and then Ross County to be ultimately relegated." Now, guys, look, it's a bit of fun. It's a supercomputer. It doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to happen, but it's quite good to see. As stated last weekend, the bookies have started to favour us to win the title. We're odds on. And now sort of supercomputers are predicting us to go on and win the title. But as stated, we need to do the job on the park and not listen to supercomputers as such. But I thought it was just a bit of fun to start the video with. But as promised, guys, going to go through a few other people's, or pundits, if you like, reaction from the game. Starting with Michael Stewart. Yes, Michael Stewart insists it would be foolish to discount Rangers as favourites for the Premiership title. The tables turned at the summit of the league at the weekend as Philippe Clement's side leapfrog Celtic. As stated, that followed on from David Watson's last gasp equaliser for Kilmarnock on Saturday afternoon. Stewart previously felt that Rangers were out of the running for the title in autumn after the horrific start to the season under Michael Beale. However, the former Hearts captain has changed his mind and now believes it's Rangers to lose. He said on Sportscene, "For me, it would be silly not to say that Rangers are the favourites. They've got the ascendancy and the momentum. The challenge is there for Celtic. They need to get their big players back and get them back quickly to try and make sure that they don't find themselves any further behind. They have to keep themselves in the hunt, as it will be tight in the end, but at the moment I would say Rangers certainly are the favourites. This is the first time they've been able to get to the top of the table since Clement has come in, and it just continues the momentum that has been built up since his appointment. On the back of the disappointment of Celtic yesterday on Saturday, it just helps hammer home that the ascendancy they've just now. He added St Johnstone never offered anything in attack, and Rangers even went when it was just 1-0 looked comfortable. And that's the big difference at the moment between Rangers and Celtic. Even when the games are tighter and it's not a dominant performance, there isn't a nervousness about their game. They look assured, and they're sitting deservedly at the top of the table just now." So, again, obviously, I think well, Michael Stewart, I don't really listen to too much of that he says, but as stated, he is a pundit in Scotland, if you like, on Sports Scene, and that's his opinion on it. And we don't really get a lot of praise from Stewart as a pundit, but as stated, he has came out and spoke that we are now the favourites at this moment in time, which is also very, very cool to see. In other stuff, guys, obviously Clement, as obviously everyone's in love with Clement at this moment in time in the Rangers space, as am I. And basically he's actually came out and vowed that he can transform Rangers into a transfer market powerhouse. Yes, the Rangers boss has been outspoken on the mishandling of expiring contracts at the club in the past, but is confident of a bright future in player development and a positive trading model. However, Clement has warned it will take time to grow Rangers' stature in the market, with previous experience of developing inflated transfer stated for players of former clubs at Genk and Bruges. He said, yes, for sure, it's something you need to build, said Clement on transforming Rangers into a club capable of demanding premium fees in the transfer market. It's not something you can do in 1 year. You also need to build a reputation as a club. It's about the level of the club. If you sell someone for a certain amount and he does really well somewhere else, it opens the door for the next ones. People say, okay, he's coming from Rangers, that's somewhere to look. That's something that, for example, Ajax did for a long time. Then if a player was at Ajax or another team, there was a difference in the value. Bruges have been doing this for a few years. We started that a little bit at the club. They have now sold Thiago for 37 million, so you can see every year these amounts become higher and higher because you have created a reputation. That's something that the club needs to do to be a platform for young players to develop and then take them to the next step. You need time for that. You don't build a reputation in 2 or 3 months. One player who could leave So there you go, guys. In terms of the actual transfer stuff there, I've always been very outspoken with regards to where Rangers need to move next. Of course, as I said, our big transfer fees have been far and few between. And as stated, it's not like the sort of 90s where we were kind of the financial powerhouse and buying whoever we wanted. In this day and age, just due to the league that we play in, unfortunately, we are one of the pillars of our football club to generate fees is buying and selling and doing a bit of wheeling and dealing. And whilst we did get the maybe notoriety from Nathan Patterson, Calvin Bassey, they've kind of went on or sold for big money and kind of done well in their respective clubs, especially Bassey at Fulham at this moment in time. That's giving us a bit of a reputation, but we do need to make those sales more often. And as seeing Nils Koopman come in, Diamande getting off the mark yesterday just goes to show that we are actually bringing in players that can make an impact now. They're also young and hungry, and we're giving them the platform to succeed, and they have obviously got the ceiling to go on and be a bigger player and make a move on from Rangers. But as we're stated, guys, as fans, we want to enjoy them now, see them make an impact, win a few trophies, and then bring in a ton of money, and we just repeat that cycle going forward. So that's what we've always needed to do. But yeah, interesting there from Clement. But Rangers fans, that's all I've really got for you today, guys. Not too much news, to be honest with you. But as stated, still very, very happy that we're at the top of the table. And as the week goes on, I'm sure there'll be a bit more news, more fallout, more meltdowns that we can cover. But yeah, do us a favour, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.